Thank you, Bruno Rodriguez, for his very important words. He touched upon important issues that we need to discuss in this meeting. Coercive measures, unilateral coercive measures, the blockade against our countries, aggressions against our countries, the undermining against projects like the medical missions of Cuba. I think this allows us to open a debate on those issues to reach a common stance. So I yield the floor to Celinda Sosa, Foreign Minister of Bolivia. Thank you very much, Foreign Minister Hill from the Venezuelan Bolivarian Republic. Through you, we salute from our president, your president, and the Venezuelan people. We also salute our Cuban brother, Bruno Rodriguez, and we thank them for their firm stance, because Cuba has been an inspiration to many countries in the region for this path Bolivia is taken. Thank you. We say hello also to our minister brothers from all the ALBA-TCP countries and to the heads of delegations to this meeting. We also say hello to Jorge Arreaza for being so attentive to the agenda of this alliance. So it is an honor for me to speak on this 25th Political Council of ALBA-TCP. This year has a special significance to our people because we celebrate the bicentennial of our independence. It's been 200 years of struggle and resistance which have allowed us to live on a plurinational state, which is a result of our struggles, of our identity, and our dreams for a deep Bolivia. So that's why we invite all of you to join us on August 6th, 2025 in Bolivia for that celebration. It'll be a gift to us if you were to attend. We come to this meeting for this political consultation meeting for struggle for justice for our peoples at a crucial time in history, especially for Latin America and the Caribbean. ALBA-TCP is a resistance movement, and we will be drawing a political roadmap to strengthen the pillars of the alliance for the defense of human rights, dignity, sovereignty of our peoples at international forums. We are convinced that unity, cooperation, and solidarity among our nations is a necessary political strategy which will allow us to face challenges, world challenges in the present day. This political council is the right space to reflect on the importance of living in peace. We should join our voices to demand to denounce the impunity with which Israel continues a genocidal strategy against our brother people of Palestine. We shall not forget the words of Rigoberta Menchú, who told us peace is not just the absence of war, because as long as there's poverty, racism, discrimination, and exclusion, it may be very hard to reach a peaceful world. So the peace that the global South peoples are claiming for it's intertwined with dignity and respect and self-determination. Given the proclamation of Latin America and the Caribbean as a zone of peace, based on that, we are urging for the lifting of all punitive economic measures against Venezuela and Cuba and Nicaragua. We raise our voice for the lifting of the blockade against Cuba and that Cuba be taken out of the list of terrorist-sponsored countries. Those two measures are aimed at defeating, through hunger, poverty, the first socialist revolution in our hemisphere, to which we will not renounce the way that the Cuban people has chosen to follow. The latest measures by the Trump administration are a threat for Pacific life and the application of extraterritorial sanctions. It's a threat to economic, political, and social stabilities in our countries. All of that our countries are free and sovereign to define. The United States is free to determine what migratory policies it follows, but it should be done in a humane, dignified way and not undermining the rights of migrants. So we cannot accept such treatment. Several times we have denounced through the alliance such measures. Apparently, we need to remind them that we are free, sovereign peoples. On the other hand, we cannot ignore the humanitarian crisis facing the people of Haiti today, a people that made the first revolution against European colonialism. Their struggle is also our struggle. History has taught us that indifference helps perpetuate injustice. Peace is not a utopia, it's a right that we need to struggle for. Brothers and sisters, if there is a place from where we need to answer against unilateral sanctions and threats, that should be from a united, integrated Latin American stance. That's why we value this. We hope that this political council may strongly support initiatives presented by each member of the alliance to face external pressures, inequalities, globally speaking. We need to consolidate this integration as a strategic tool to project ourselves as a strength, as a strong player in the international scene. We will be presenting certain drafts for special declarations for political commitment reflecting the urgent needs of each of our peoples. Each of those drafts will be answering to specific challenges. First, the bicentennial in Bolivia, more than a historical celebration, is a reminder that self-determination struggle is still very much alive. So we are restating our principles of independence, justice, freedom, sovereignty. We are also proposing a declaration on gender rights. Aim at policies that may abolish patriarchal state or gender discrimination. This year we celebrate the 30th anniversary of the Beijing Action Plan and 25th anniversary of Women, Peace and Security. Third, youth is the present and the future of our countries. We must foster their active participation in adopting public policies, as well as providing access to high-quality education and employment, dignified employment. Fourth, food sovereignty cannot continue to be an abstract notion. We urge the Food and Agriculture Organization to define policies closer to our realities, integrated with the Caracas action plan to eradicate hunger and poverty. Fifth, wildfires which have destroyed the Amazon. Bolivia has lost over 10 million hectares of woods, affecting biodiversity, food security, and life systems for our indigenous communities. We need regional cooperation to prevent and repair the damage and to repair the ecosystems and account for damages, economic damages as well. We have a climate crisis which is urgent and which is hitting countries in the capitalist periphery, while the main powers are neglecting to take strong commitments. We need to raise our voices, asking for concrete actions, considering that the COP30 is being held this year. We need to come together as a strong bloc so that this summit becomes more important than all the other previous ones. Seventh, as you know, the coca leaf is part of our identity as an Andean nation. Bolivia is negotiating with the Health World Organization that it does not qualify the coca leaf as a drug. We want CELAC to support us in the debate based on scientific facts and the cultural diversity. Eighth, illegal mining is a big threat to our ecosystems and to our communities. We need to strengthen regulations and regional cooperation to prevent illegal mining and to promote sustainable models. We expect the support of all of you to support these issues in the next CELAC meeting to be held in Honduras. On that meeting, we hope to come to a common position rejecting the criminalization of migrants, a policy being applied today by the US President. We should claim for the respect of human rights and dignity of migrants. Even in the process, even as they are being deported. Migration is part of the history of our peoples, and it should be acknowledged as a human basic right. So we refuse any implementation of policies that foster massive deportations and inhumane treatment of migrants. Such practices not only violate basic rights, but it obliterates the structural causes that force people to migrate due to the crisis of the capitalism. Bolivia reaffirmed its commitment with the main principles of ALBA-TCP and with the objective of a sovereign unified region. We hope that this bloc will act as a strong bloc in the international arena to have our rights and voices respected. This is a moment of action and coordination for solidarity and to defend a horizon of justice and dignity for our peoples. I want to say a phrase from Simón Bolívar: unity is everything. Therefore, we have to keep this precious principle, which we should never forget, within ALBA-TCP. Thank you very much. Long live ALBA-TCP. Long live Latin America and the Caribbean united. Thank you very much.